Ephesians chapter 1. This is from Paul, an envoy dispatched by the Anointed One Jesus, because it was what Almighty wanted, to all the pure ones who are in Ephesus, on the coast of Lydia, West Turkey, and faithful to the Anointed One Jesus. May favor and peace be yours from Almighty our Father, and the Master Jesus, the Anointed One. May the Almighty and Father of our Master Jesus, the Anointed One, be blessed, who in union with the Anointed One has blessed us with every kind of spiritual blessing among the things in the heavens, just as He chose us in our union with Him before the foundation of the world, to be pure and flawless in His sight. With love He designated us beforehand for adoption through the Anointed One, Jesus, as His own sons, because it delighted Him and was what He wanted to do, so that we might praise the esteem of His favor, with which He favored us in His dearly loved One. It is through union with Him, Jesus, that we have liberation by means of the ransom payment of His blood, the forgiveness of our offenses, in accordance with the riches of His favor, that He made to overflow for us. With every kind of wisdom and intelligence, He has made known to us the secret of what He wanted, according to His delight that He determined in Him, looking to a management plan that will bring the time periods to their fulfillment, that is, the summing up of everything not destroyed through union with the Anointed One, the things in the heavens and the things on the earth. It is through union with Him, Jesus, that we too were made His inheritance, since we have been designated beforehand in accordance with the purpose of the One who is operating everything according to the counsel of what He wants, so that we who have previously put our hope in the Anointed One might praise His esteem. It is through union with Him, Jesus, after you had heard the word of truth, the good message about your salvation from destruction, and believed in Him also, that you too were sealed or secured with the promised pure Spirit, which is the down payment of our inheritance, so that we whom He has purchased might have our liberation by His payment of the ransom, and praise His esteem for it. For this reason, after I had heard about this faith of yours in the Master Jesus, and your love for all the pure ones, I never stop giving thanks for you, while I am making mention of you in my prayers, so that the Almighty of our Master Jesus, the Anointed One, the Father of esteem, might give you a spirit of wisdom and of revelation in a full knowledge of Him, by having the eyes of your hearts enlightened, so that you might be aware of what the hope given by His call means, what the riches of the esteem of His inheritance for the pure ones means, and what the immense greatness of His power for us who have faith means. These are in accordance with the operation of His mighty strength, that He has operated in His Anointed One, by awakening Him from among the dead, and having Him sit down at His right hand in the heavens, up over every supreme chief, authority, power, and master, and every name or title that can be mentioned, not only in this age, but also in the one that is going to come, the last age. So He has made everything subservient under His feet, and has given Him, as the head, the top, over everything, to the group of called ones, which is His body, that is filled by the One who fills everything everywhere. Ephesians chapter 2. Now you were dead in your offenses and wrongs, in which you once walked in accordance with this world's age, the present age, in accordance with the chief, who has the authority of the air, or Satan, the spirit who is now operating in the sons of unpersuadableness, Among them we too all behaved ourselves once in the desires of our flesh, as we were continually doing what our flesh and mind wanted. So by nature we too were children of anger, just like the rest. Yet Almighty, who is rich in mercy, because of his great love with which he loved us, even while we were dead in our offenses, brought us to life together with the Anointed One. It is by his favor that you are going to be permanently saved from destruction, and through our union with the Anointed One, Jesus, woke us up together with him, and had us sit down together with him in the heavens, so that in the ages that are presently coming upon us, the rest of the present age and the last age, he might display the immense riches of his favor by showing kindness towards us through our union with the Anointed One, Jesus. For it is by his favor that you are going to be permanently saved from destruction, by means of your faith. And this isn't from you, it is Almighty's present. It isn't on the basis of works, such that anyone might boast. For we are what he has made us, because he has created us through our union with the Anointed One, Jesus, for doing good works that Almighty made ready beforehand, so that we might walk in them. For this reason, you must be remembering that once you, the pagans in the flesh, who are called the uncircumcised, by those called the circumcised, which is in the flesh and done by human hands, were apart from the Anointed One during that time period, since you were aliens, excluded from citizenship in Israel, and strangers to the contracts made by Almighty's promise, with no hope and without Almighty in the world. Yet now, through the union with the Anointed One, Jesus, you who once were far off have become near by the blood of the Anointed One, for he is our peace, who has made both of us one, and has torn down the central wall that was acting as a barrier, by having made to vanish through his flesh the animosity between us, the law of directions in the decrees, so that he might create one new humanity out of the two, and so make peace through union with himself. Romans 6, verses 3 through 6. And so that in one body he might reconcile them both to Almighty by means of the stake, killing the animosity between us by it. Now he came and brought the good message about peace to you who were far off, and peace to you who were near. Isaiah 57, verse 19. Because through him we both have access to the Father by one Spirit. So therefore, you are no longer strangers and foreigners, but you are fellow citizens, or sons of the city, with the pure ones, and belong to Almighty's household. You have been used to build upon the foundation of the dispatched envoys and prophets, with the Anointed One, Jesus himself, being the top cornerstone, or a pyramid's top stone. In union with him, the entire building is being joined together and continually growing into a pure temple through its union with the Master. In union with him, you also are being used together by the Spirit to build a place for Almighty's home.